Shalom Akim. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wakak Wadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Kol Haloyim La, Allahayana Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wakak Wadash. A double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakathum. All right, it's going to be a very sobering lesson, all right, and I'm going to be speaking primarily to the men. You know what I'm saying? If you ladies listening on, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Don't take this the wrong way, but you men, all right, you men, you need to listen up. All right, and listen very good. We're coming into times, all right, times that that is going to be very hard. All right, it's going to be very hard to look the other way. All right, it's going to be very tough to navigate. You know what I'm saying? Through the times that we're dealing with without the Spirit being on you. All right? And you're going to understand what I mean when I show you what I'm about to show you. All right? But, you know, it's important to note that everything we're about to see here in Jacob's trouble, as we inch ever forward, ever closer to the coming days of the calamity, to the destruction, to the chaos. All right, you have to know that this is judgment. You have to be willing to accept that this is judgment. The things that you're about to see, the horrors that you're about to witness. You understand? Let me get this first in the book of Jeremiah. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Let's start at verse 5. It reads, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And you have to know that everyone's not going to be protected. All right, in the time of Jacob's trouble. And you know, it's very important. If you've never seen the movie The Book of Eli, you need to see The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. All right, it's highly spiritual. Okay. And it gives somewhat of a glimpse into the times we're approaching. See what I'm saying? One instance in the film, all right, Eli was traveling, as his mission is to travel west to get to the destination that he was supposed to get to, right? And when he came across, all right, he came across a band of thieves and marauders, and he saw that that they instantly deleted the husband. There was a couple that was along this road, and the husband was quickly neutralized. They destroyed him, you know what I'm saying? And then the group of marauders, they took their time with the woman. All right, they took their time with the woman. They had their way with the woman. You see what I'm saying? Now this is the thing. This is the important point. Eli, instead of jumping in to intervene, what did he do? He had to turn the other way. All right, he had to turn the other way, and he said what? He said, follow the path, it's not your concern. Follow the path, it's not your concern. Follow the path, it's not your concern. He kept saying it to himself. Why? Because what was more important was what the Lord had told him to do. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand that not everyone is going to make it through this thing. The only ones making it out of this whole ordeal alive is going to be the elect. You can't save everyone. Excuse me. You can't save everyone. All right. The scriptures say that the bodies will mount so much, all right, and will be cast out as dung. No one's going to be able to mourn for these people. No one's going to be able to mourn. No one's going to be able to bury the bodies. You see what I'm saying? And it's just going to be chaos. All right. Second Esdras goes into this in great detail. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. All right. And for the sake of this lesson, you know what I'm saying, not being taken down, I'm not going to show you the video that I'm referring to. I'm just going to show you a couple stills. All right. So bear with me. All right. This is an altercation that took place on an elevator. And no one knows, all right, no one knows the motive behind what went down in this situation. All right. What led to this man. All right, the rage that you see in this film. All right, this video, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Security footage. All right. But as you can see, it went left. All right, and it went left really quickly. Very quickly. Okay. And I counted about 60, 62, you know what I'm saying, knocks to the dome. All right. And that's all I'm going to share with you. That's all I'm going to show you. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. All right. And as you see the footage, you know what I'm saying, your emotions starts to swell up. Okay? Your emotions start to swell up. You men out there, you got to let this go, man. You can't be emotional. All right? You cannot let emotions cloud your judgment. You cannot allow the emotions to dictate your actions. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be much more of this. Much more of this throughout Jacob's trouble. You're going to see it everywhere. All right? Everywhere. This is Isaiah. All right, Isaiah chapter 13. And let's get verse let me get verse 15. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. All right? And, you know, to any ordinary person looking at this, all right, clearly, hey man, he looks like a coward, you know what I'm saying? He would do this to a woman, you know what I'm saying? Not even close to his size, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on a carnal level, you would see that. You see what I'm saying? But on the spiritual level, you have to understand. You have to move through Jacob's trouble in the spiritual sense. You have to understand what it is that you're looking at. You're looking at judgment. You see what I'm saying? You're looking at judgment. The scriptures tell you. All right? The scriptures tell you. Let me get this here in Proverbs. Okay? You cannot move through Jacob's trouble with your emotions. You can't do that. Do not let your emotions swell up to the point where you make a move and get in between someone and the Lord's judgment. Because the Lord's judgment will come to you. You see what I'm saying? Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that shall be joined unto them shall perish by the sword. You see what I'm saying? Let's get this in Proverbs chapter 20. This is Proverbs chapter 20. And let's get verse 24. Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? The Lord is the one that sanctioned this. All right? You have to understand who the Lord is. You have to understand that the Lord deals in balance. All right? You don't know what she's being judged for. All right? The scriptures tell you in the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 7. All right? So let me get this. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 23. Diverse weights are an abomination unto the Lord. Diverse weights are an abomination to the Lord. And a false balance is not good. A false balance is not good. You have to understand what's going on here, man. All right? The Lord is changing things up. You have to understand that this time of feminism, this time of women speaking out and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? All right, usurping authority and all that. The Lord is taking all of that away from them. Like I said, you're not gonna like this message. It's very sobering. You're not gonna like it. But this is what you've been raised in. And the Lord is turning all of that away. All right? He's taking all of that away. Very soon, we're going to see what survival looks like. Very soon, you're going to understand what it looks like without police. You're going to see what it looks like without firefighters. You're going to see what it looks like. And the Lord is going to bring this all straight to savagery. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And only the elect are going to understand what this is. see what I'm saying? You got a lot of people, all right, you got a lot of people who are saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking forward to the day of the Lord's coming. I'm looking forward to the day of the Lord. All right, bring it on. But do you really understand what you're talking about? Do you really understand what you're talking about? This is Job chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? You see? Now, thankfully for her, luckily for her, she walked away, all right, still alive. Still alive. After 60 plus blows to the face, you know what I'm saying? She still walked away alive. Okay? Face leaking and everything. All right? Crimson color all over the floor. But she walked away with her life. You see what I'm saying? She walked away with her life. This is not a game. This is not a game. When we tell you women, get your ass in order, we're telling you for a reason. You don't see what's coming. The prophets in ancient time, before they were called prophets, they were called seers, and we're telling you what the Lord is showing us. And it's not going to be an easy day. It's not going to be a fun day, a pleasant time for you women. It's not. It's not. You know the song, girls just want to have fun, but that time is over. That time is over, man. You men out there, gird up your loins. Now, like a man, get yourself ready to see some shit. Because you're going to have to turn your head in a lot of cases, just like Eli did. Just like Eli. And you're going to have to remember the mission, man. Let's go here. And the only ones making it up out of here are the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? Not heathens, not Edomites, not Ishmaelites, not Moabites, not Ammonites, not Hamites. Only Israelites. And it's the elect of Israel, not Israel as a whole. Not Israel as a whole. You see what I'm saying? So while these jokers is out here talking about we need to gather the nation, 12 tribes worldwide, 12. No, man. We're not here for all the Israelites. We're not here for y'all. Majority of y'all are gonna die. Majority of y'all gonna perish, man. They're gonna perish. Only the elect. And I pray that I'm among that number. That's how serious this is. Because none of us know if we are of the elect. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But the third shall be left therein. But the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire. What is that fire that we talking about, man? What is he talking about? What's the Lord talking about? The fires of adversity. The fires of turmoil, man. The elect are going to have to go through this thing, man. These Christians is talking about a rapture out of this thing. No, you're not. You're not going to get raptured away from these turmoils, away from these troubling times. No, there is no rapture. Yahushua said, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall he return. He said, when I come back, shall the Son of Man yet find faith on the earth? Yeah, it's going to be so scarce. Faith is going to be scarce in these times, man. It's going to be scarce. Because people are going to see some life-shattering things. And they're not going to know what they're looking at. And it's going to be on every side. You see what I'm saying? On every side. People won't know what to do with themselves. No one will have any place to look to. But the prophets have been speaking. The prophets have spoken. Now comes the judgment. All this stuff that we, the prophets, have been talking about for years, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders for nearly 40 years. It's all coming to pass, and it's about to hit in its fruition. All right? It's about to come into its fullness. You're going to see Jacob's trouble, man. You're going to see the cannibalism. You're going to see the people losing their minds. You're going to see the people, what does the scripture say? Let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew. You're going to see it. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And they came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Jumping down, this is verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. We're seeing it all. And we're about to see the famine. We're about to see the pestilences. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. You see what I'm saying? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and shall be hated, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That time is coming. That time is coming, man. All right, that time is coming. We're already looking at Europe. All right, we're already looking at Europe, and they're passing this mandated biometric security system. You see what I'm saying? Entry and exit biometric visas. That's the same thing that Trump is talking about too. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it, man. This is the beginning of sorrows, man. Verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. All right? And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. We're seeing all these false prophets everywhere, man. All these false prophets, and they come together, and they have podcasts, and they do these debates. You see what I'm saying? And they change up doctrine left and right, man. None of their doctrines can remain consistent. None of them. You see what I'm saying? And it's nothing but confusion. Continuing on. Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see what I'm saying? The love of many shall wax cold. Verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And only the elect are going to endure unto the end, man. So it's time to get your minds together, man. It's time to get your mind right. Pray to the Lord. Fast. You know what I'm saying? Pray, fast, seek his face. You know what I'm saying? Do it now. Do it now. Learn to get yourself, all right, accustomed, or shall I say, get your mind prepared to see these things regularly. Get your mind prepared to see these things on a regular basis, man, because it's going to be every day with it. Every day. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 21. Slaki, let's go to chapter 7. Ezekiel chapter 7. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 1, it says, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord power unto the land of Israel, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. You know what I'm saying? The day of trouble is near, man. And we're telling you right now, get your mind ready to see this, because it's going to be terrifying, and it's going to be hard to watch. It's going to be hard to maneuver through all this without the Spirit. All right? Without the Spirit, it's going to be impossible to maneuver through this, through all this, man. All right? Without having the faith, without having the strength of the Lord. All right? Without having this truth, the testimony of Yahweh Shai. The scriptures say where there is no vision, the people perish, man. Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto me, Slaki, and the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. All right? This mark being spoken of here in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, is different from the mark that's spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. You see what I'm saying? This is a different mark. All right? What we're reading here in the book of Ezekiel chapter 9 is talking about an exemption from judgment. In the Hebrew, it's thawa. Okay? Where the heavenly host is putting a mark upon you of exemption from judgment. For those who are sighing and crying against this system, for those who are turning away from the image of the beast. You see what I'm saying? And are leaning solely on the Lord, Yahweh Shai, man. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. He said, begin at my sanctuary. All right, what is that now? It's talking about those who know that they're Israelites. Judgment is going to begin with the house of Israel, especially the ones who know that they are Israelites. You see what I'm saying? And to start with the leaders of those people. All right? Those leaders, those false prophets, man. The ancients that were in the temple. All right? When you got your Bishop Nathaniels that's telling you can have sex on the Sabbath, telling you that the mark of the beast is sin, telling you that the new moon is the full moon. You see what I'm saying? You got all these false prophets, man. Okay? who consistently destroy not destroy, but dismantle the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And make the people forget the Lord's name. The judgment's going to begin with them first, man. And you can't feel one way or the other about it. You're going to have to sit there and let the judgment hit. Because the Lord's going to make his presence known. He's going to remind people who he is. You see what I'm saying? And only the elect are going to be saved. So first and foremost, to you men, get yourselves together and prepare. All right? Prepare. Because if I was to share that video, this lesson would be taken down. You know what I'm saying? But but with just a little bit that I shared with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just know that it's going to be so much more of that. So much more. And you women, this is a cautionary tale. The prophets are not telling you, they're not giving you these warnings just so we can get on your goddamn nerves. No. No. We're telling you that death is coming, that destruction is at the door, man. Get you some act right, and you better get it quick. You better learn it quick. Learn how to be a wife. Learn how to be a woman. You see what I'm saying? You thinking about telling that man off? You better think twice. You better think twice. You thinking about letting your mouth shoot off and you gonna tell him this and that and all that? You better think twice before you start talking. You better think twice before you open your mouth, man. You better think twice. You better think twice, especially in the times that we coming in, man. You better start learning how to shut your mouth now. Learn how to shut your mouth now, man. You see what I'm saying? Learn that. Learn that. Practice it. You see what I'm saying? Practice that. If you got a problem with your mouth, you better learn how to shut it. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord's not about to spare none of y'all. He ain't about to spare none of y'all, man. If y'all coming with that same bullshit, I'm dead ass. It's about to get terrifying out here. So I'm going to cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.